And hopefully the YouTube thing starts working again. I'm trying to multi-stream. Let's see how it goes. I was wondering why there was no YouTube comments, but there you go. Right, so they did make a pulse. They took out Cadet Greninja. Okay. What's my play here? Boss is ideal, right? Boss is cracked, and then just try and reach on this Pult later. Failing that, what am I doing here? They left me no Monkey Dory damage either, which is kind of rude. Although I'm probably just attaching water anyway this turn, let's be honest. Let's thin at least the monkey. Fish is open with 3 Ultra Balls in the deck and the Night Stretcher in case I stop it. Let's see our cards first from Fez, shall we? Ceruledge. Right, we hit boss, so boss fish, always good here. We are obviously making the Ceruledge. And then we're spinning stop. Five of my 8, so I still have energy in there, right? Let's have a lot of water energy at least. Pretty robust board. We're likely staring down an Iono prod next turn. We have time. Have I spelt Ceruledge wrong on the YouTube thing? No. Okay. Patrick, hello. Twitch, if you're getting confused, I'm also looking at YouTube chat, but I've not found a way to integrate it yet. I think someone even left a comment on the last stream, but I need to fix it, so yeah. Does it ever revert back to a CP system or continue with top X? Tough to say. With the amount of growth in the game, I think top X is still the probably wisest choice for them. I would like that X to be a larger amount, though. That would be the thing that I would push for. I also think from just like a player psychology standpoint, it's much nicer to be a threshold. So if they can figure out, based on this season's data, roughly how many they want and then go for a bar, I think that's also pretty reasonable. Like, the bar is definitely the better approach, but just with still a huge amount of growth in the game this season, I can see why it's just an easier pick right now. Do I think Miraidon is well positioned in the meta? Yes, I have it as one of my top considerations. I said it on the video last night that when Lugia and Gardevoir are the 2 best performing decks right now, it's obviously warning signs for the Miraidoners. Using the season to figure out a number regardless of which approach they want. Yeah, I think that's a valid point. And why not, right? Are we getting... wrecked here? Saved. Is that enough? 13, 14, 15 retreats? Yeah. Ceruledge, you do swing like a truck. they didn't anticipate the amount of people for Hollow and Delulu. It's really hard though, right? Because even though they're trying to stoke growth over the last like 2 or 3 seasons, I think it's been pretty clear that that's been their goal in the competitive Pokemon. Like, it's worked almost better than they expected. And the growth is still like inclining. I think the percentage of players is going steeper and not like there's been this wave and now it's flatlining. It's like going it's accelerating. It's going at a faster rate of increase, I think, which is kind of wild actually. Is this a real deck heading into EUIC, or is it just for fun? I think it's a real deck. I think it's dangerous. Isn't it the top 5 in points right now in the online scene? It's pretty decent, I think. I don't think it's like a non-serious pick. I think that's a pretty rough statement. I think the main matchup I need to confirm is Lugia. If Lugia is as bad as I think it is, that's a big issue. But I think a lot of the other stuff, you're pretty good, to be fair. I'm trying Monkey Dory Dark as a package in here to help out against Gardy, which is also what was done in Osaka for one of the high placing lists, so... But I do think the fundamentals are here, right? It's like Golden Go, where you have the Greninja Palk package, which is good. You have Ceruledge that is just inevitable high damage output. It's like a mini Zard. There's like good elements here, no doubt. You get to utilize stupid Budu, which is broken. You get to do some silly stuff. Greninja plus Briar. Yeah, the Briar part also makes this a deck, right? Without Briar, you think this is a meme, right? But it just has so many avenues to cheat prizes. It's pretty disgusting, actually. Need to find that heavy ball again. Let's seize the day. 3 considerations right now. Let me have them. That's a lot of research is already down. I want to play the box so I can heavy ball, right? For sure. Monkey Water Ultra discard. Go heavy. Oh man, another boss going again. I hate bosses going this early. Take Irida, take heavy, take Stadium. But I do want to attach this turn. Maybe it's like this. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. It's definitely the Ultra Ball, because I can always grab Irida. It's either I lose a boss from hand and go back down to 1 boss in deck. We'll do it like this. I don't want a brick. We've got Pal Pad. That's what it's there for. Other bosses, boss and Brian prizes. It's actually such a greedy discard of me to get rid of another boss there. That's actually super sus. Okay. Questioning this research art? Not my goat. Look at his silly hair. Look at that stupid... It's basically BM, this artwork. Imagine your opponent IONOs you to 1 and then you get to show... You just reveal this guy. Surely their mental's all over the place from there. See, this would be a good choice, but they saw I took Irida to hand, right? So they know I'm going Palk. Interesting. Lugia's going to be massive. Could be. Do you want to go Budu if you're going second? Yeah. What's the list? We can have a look at the list in a minute. Sada's still the best research art. Might be the only person to ever choose Elm. Right. Guys, come on now. We're all men of culture. I've already lost 2 Jets, so there's no real point in digging for Jet. I'm just thinking about this being better spent as an attachment than anything else. Nah, let's draw cards. Oh, we actually hit Jet. What the heck? It's over. It's freaking over. He's just cooked from here, right? He's just absolutely cooked. Yeah. That's disgusting. Last Jet in deck. Sure. That's worth an emote, I think. That's definitely worth an emote. Let's show the list, shall we? Is that going to show the list? There you go. NV Doggo, thanks so much for following. You can't see it quite perfectly. Here you go. Here's the list right now. We're trying the monkey. My main info gathering this stream, I want to see how good Monkey Dark is as a package. Before I had Monkey and Dark Energy, I had just another Jet, and then 4th Night Stretcher, or 2nd Palk, or Iono. Those are the cards that I'm thinking in the place of Monkey Dark. But the idea around Monkey Dark is that you have a better time into Guardy specifically. That's the plan. Joe and Monkey Dory, truly iconic combination. But yeah, I do think you can get farmed against... Like, Guardy can do too much against you if you don't play Monkey. And I think Monkey's a better solution than, like, Vacuum or Jamming. I've seen Jamming in some of the online lists, and I just vehemently disagree, because I think Pokestop is so ridiculous for the deck. No Carmine? No, Carmine's fake. You draw 5 and you brick. You draw 5 and you're like, well, that's my turn, I guess. Plus, you're a Palkia deck, right? You don't need that much to Palk on turn 1. You really don't... Like, that fake card, honestly. Thought my streams were meant to be quarterly. New program. New regime, alright? I'm back. Back streaming again. I've said it. Fact check me on that next week. Should you run Manaphy for this reason? Nah. There's only so many decks that try to do that Greninja in the first place, plus their trap play normally works there, right? That was my last Jet in deck, and that very frequently works out for them. I just high-rolled. Smile. What's my win-loss on live? It's not good, but also you have to remember that I disconnect every other game, so I live through the dark ages. I don't think anyone's win-loss is actually accurate on this thing. Probably also good versus Screamtail onto Squawk or Lumi. But that's why you play the Monkey, right? If you let them make that play, and then you can Monkey Dory, KO, like, Tail, and do other shenanigans. Because they're also going to be monkeying other stuff, right? They're normally setting up damage elsewhere. So, you Uno reverse them, basically, is the plan. I do feel like Budgie's quite good against this deck, but they already have the Rotom start, so they could just randomly cheese me with Assault Landing. If I jet Budu now, do I jet Squawk to try and protect the Charcadet? We're pretty certain it's not a poison list, right? Because we've seen Fan Rotom. I think I jet Squawk here and not give them the easy Assault Landing prize. Yeah, I'm fine pre-stopping even if it's only one use. Never lucky, bro. We chillin'. As a Pokemon fan, do I generally like the designs of the new Pokemon? Yeah, I normally get on board with a handful of them. Like, Clodsire, what a beast. The future ones really annoy me because they're not metal types, even though they all look like metal types. I also didn't like them being called, like, Iron Thorns and not just, like, a regional variant of the thing, if that makes sense. Because we've had regional variants before. Don't know why they just weren't called that, because it was really weird to think of something like thinking of a Hydreigon as a not a Hydreigon, a Hydreigon as like a Jugulus. Like I've never what, and then you look at an Iron Bundle and you're like, oh, it's just Delibird, right? But that's wrong. Testing Archaludon for EUIC. What matchups do you think you should focus on? Well, definitely Gardevoir. Gardevoir is the deck that I'm preaching right now is the best. So I think mastering that is important. What else? You should be pretty reasonable into Dragapult, so I don't think you need to spend too many games onto that deck. Still testing to Drago, I think, a bit. Still testing to Ceruledge. Mirror, I suppose, is probably worth knowing. You just want a good range of decks, really. Don't play... I feel like it's still going to be a similar format where maybe Guardy gets over 15%, maybe Pult gets to, like, 12%. But I think generally it's still going to be that wide format of, like, 8+ matchups that you actually have to think about on a day. Dude, am I just cooked from this spot? I'm in a bad position here, right? I feel like I just instantly won the game if I was able to get a Palkia down turn 1, but we weren't. I feel like it's just a research yeet angle, honestly. We're probably just going to go Monkey and say, please don't Greninja me. Oh no, I can just take the one with the Cadet, right? Let's take the one. We give him Fez draw, but whatever. Do you think Palkia Pagos survives Badoo format? Definitely survives. I just don't think it's... I feel like it's not the safest play, but... the deck's still really good. It's definitely on the higher side of decks that require items, so it's a worry, but I don't think it falls off the map. Being so hot on Miraidon right now, does it die to rotation? It's definitely not great post-rotation. It loses some of its best attacks, right? It loses Raikou as the cheap option, Raichu as the high damage option. It's can't use the Arven engine anywhere near as well as it could, because you can't get Forest, so it's not like a consistency card like it used to be. So there's a lot to figure out there. The good news is you still have hands, you still have Generator, so and you still have Magneton. So the core win condition is still alive and well. I'm sure Miraidon will still survive. I think it'll be like mid to low tier, but it'll still be a competitive deck. But dies to Badoo before it dies to rotation. I don't think that's true. I think Miraidon's in a pretty good spot right now. I think Miraidon plays quite well into Badoo, actually. Enjoying laddering with Poison Terapagos, Abysmal into Guardy, Impulse, so I doubt it's in a good spot. It's a shame, because I also think that deck is awesome to play, and does just pull the rug from people quite a lot, which is awesome. We just scoop here, right? If they played double Noctowl to do the play, I maybe would consider playing on there. Like, send up Monkey that turn, hope that they only take one. But with the Noctowl still open, I just don't think we can ever keep playing that game. It's interesting, because obviously we went first there, so if we just develop Palkia turn 1, it would be a reverse Uno on him. Yeah, I mean, you can't generate it under Pollen, but you can do a million actions turn 1 anyway. Anyone who's played Miraidon knows that you're squawking into Arven into Forest, so you can like easily see 2 generators on the first turn very frequently, and get Lati down, so there's not many trapping plays. Or even if you're concerned about that, you can play Future Booster, because they're always going to go after the hands, right? They'll try and bring hands up, and you can just go Booster. I think the one thing that's like a concern is if your generators aren't hitting on that turn 1 before an Itchy Pollen, and you're forced into a Raikou KO, that's when things are ugly, right? If Raikou takes 1 and you're up against a Guardy that's Budooed you, they can go like 2/2/2. But also that's not really a situation that comes up, because if they're Budooing, they're not using TM Evo. And they probably need to Evo, especially into an Iron Hands deck, right? Otherwise they are cooked. So really, it's only a handful of decks that actually will Budoo you. Like Pulse and Guardy probably need to prioritize TM Evo into you. Otherwise, hands will run away with that game. So I'm not that afraid. I haven't been chatting enough in YouTube chat. Let's see if I've missed anything. Against my favourite deck. Thanks so much for the follow, Finja. Lugia. Well, we wanted to see how Lugia was, so let's give it a go. Which V-star am I going to miss the most? It's a cool question. Lugia. No, I'm joking. Not Lugia. Certainly not this freaking Lugia. Honestly, it might be Palkia. I really like the Palk package. I've tried to force it, crowbar it into so many decks, honestly. Could be Palk. He's a good guy. I hated Palk Intel when it first came out, but I've loved Palk in so many other ways that it could be that guy. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna squawk here. I think I'm just holding. Yo, Halcyon, thanks so much for the Prime sub. That's busted. Is it just proactive Palk to hand? Yeah, I think it's proactive Palk to hand here. I definitely, like, the most important thing there was to bank the waters, right? Ooh, box. What's in the box? Final decision is energy swing. Probably just swinging on to the bench, cadet. But also, I do want to retreat. If they're not drawing too hot, if I know Lugia, they're spinning this stop turn one and praying to see something off the top of the deck. Sure, let's just swing it here. I mean, I could box and pollen here as well. Let's think about that. Let's entertain that idea quickly. Itchy pollen, and then he has to read the wind, probably. Seems annoying enough. Forest Sealstone is definitely everyone's favorite V-Star. That's a good point. Had it butchered so many times. Oh, they did have research at least. This is where they spin stop and hit the high roll chops and still V-Star me. I'm playing Halcyon. The roster's out there on the interweb. So I am truly, honestly playing EUIC. Six energy. 15. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 8, 9, 10 plus boss, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. They're in danger, I think it's fair to say. Maybe an argument me there to Ultra Ball Fish to hand and Night Stretcher Ceruledge, so I could still have Fish boss for next turn. Should have thought about that a little more, actually. Another consideration for this list is to change the monkey for a bundle. Bundle's pretty busted in this deck as well. Oh no, I need to find a jet because they're fluttering my V-Star power. You sneaky little snake. I could always just find boss or fish off the Greninja draw. That could be pretty cool. Ew. Yeah, thought you might. My deck has perfect flow. Would this or Budu Pult be a better call for mages? So I will be streaming more Dragapult, but my early impressions has mostly been me being very unimpressed by the deck. I've found it so far to be certainly one of the lesser consistency decks. Certainly. We've changed from the perfect strategy. Is that what mine used to be? I think I accidentally clicked on it and realized there was a bunch of why are there loads of nautical puns on there now? Did I miss something? I don't get it. But hey. Plain old Guardy is, in my opinion, the strongest deck. I think plain old Guardy is goated right now. I'm also going to put time into streaming that. Don't you worry. I'm just making sure that the newer stuff is covered first. There's method in the madness. Trust, trust. I am prizing all of the Palk pieces again. This is so sad because Palk is definitely the win con in this matchup. I've prized the basic and the V-Star too, which is a real shame. I think I want to proactively throw an energy down here, honestly. Because it's really important when you play the monkey to maximize your just natural attachments so you can weave him in as quickly as possible. Okay. Cadet. Welcome, cadets. Am I playing in Whitney on Saturday? No, I'm not. I don't plan to do a cup this weekend. I don't particularly have a good reason not to either. I'm just choosing not to do cups. What's the stream schedule like? Gonna want to keep up with future streams. Well, they're always going to be on YouTube now as well. So you can always go onto the live tab on YouTube, and I'm going to be uploading them after the fact as well. So you won't miss anything. Don't worry. It's all going to be there if you miss the actual live stream. But also it's going to be sporadic. It's going to be changing based on what weekends or what days me, Rab, and Alex choose to do the Spill the TCG podcast, and also how it coincides with the videos I want to do. So I haven't set on a day yet. It's probably going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, like that range of days. And ideally it's one or two of the days a week. Ideally. That's the plan. Remember Omnipoke Wednesdays back in the day? Iconic. Is Corbell Guardy real? No, not real. Do I watch more Pokemon content or football? I watch a lot of both, honestly. Tough call. Tough to say, actually. I do watch a lot of both. Honestly, we'll just take this. I need to pull Palk pieces from prizes ASAP to be a real threat to him. So let's just try and limit the draw while we can. We won't talk about the weekend gone. Better for both of us. Sad. What are your predictions for the Champions League matches today? Let me have a look. Because we're not in the Champions League, I'm far less invested in it. Villa will beat Celtic. Barca beat Atlanta. Bayern beat Sparta Prague. Leverkusen to beat Prague. Munich to beat Bratislava. Dortmund to beat Shakhtar, probably. Yes. Madrid obviously beating Brest. Zagreb AC. AC are weird right now, right? I would still back AC. Arsenal to beat Girona, yeah. I have no idea how Inter are doing compared to Monaco. I would back Monaco, though. Juve. Lille Feyenoord, I have no idea. Surely City do beat Bruges, right? I know they're in a bad place, but surely. I'd put Liverpool to beat PSV. Atleti to win. Sporting versus Bologna. Again, I have no idea there. Leipzig, probably. PSG against Stuttgart. Probably PSG. I'm boring. I'm never going to predict upsets, I don't think. Some clubs don't need to play. That's true, that's true. They don't need to go all out. All right. Could be an Itchy Palk angle. Irida for Palk V this turn, Itchy through this. So that they can't recover Screamtail and deal with Palk. And then say we're definitely taking it off our one prize, no question, no problem. Agreed? Agreed. I guess we apply same logic for the Fez. He can monkey down. I guess the problem with this is he doesn't monkey my board now. I kind of want him to monkey my board somewhere so I can monkey him back at some point. So maybe this was not that good. But I'm so hyper fixated on this Palk as my win condition at some point. I think without the V-Star, you never win this matchup. So we have to just play like we take it from prizes, I think. I don't think we're going to win any like conventional way here. It takes us too long for us to reach our energy for Ceruledge to realistically care about the 2 prizes in play. So maybe we're taking a weird line here just to... I feel like this is... If we're playing chess, that's like the king right now. Ooh! Chance? You're telling me there's a chance. We love it. Serendipity, thanks so much for the follow as well. Keenan, if I missed you. Hookah Lakanaka. Thanks for the follow. And anyone else, if I missed you, thanks for following. You're telling me there's a chance. I mean, they're probably Ionoing this away anyway, aren't they? Maybe not. Maybe they think they're ahead enough that they don't have to care. They take another 2 this turn. Still have 2 jets left. I'm thinking about sacking Greninja and then going ping and ping the Drifloon. They never stay active, right? Surely not. It's not easy. If they have double monkey, no, double monkey's good for us because then we can monkey their monkey damage that they're monkeying over here. Does that make sense? We want them to be getting extra monkey pops on our guys. Because that's when we Uno reverse them. That's the whole point of our monkey. Oh, interesting evolve. Really interesting evolve. Thinking they'd put the other 30 onto a 210 or 220 and go down to 1. Ah, right. Okay. So no damage floated. Their hand size is ridiculous. Drifloon is also ridiculous. Did the window just shut for us too quickly because of the prized Palk pieces that we couldn't like deny any of this? The jet's a big draw because it does let me Greninja again, I suppose, but. Feels like we are we're trying to go 1990, right? And the hope is that we avoid the boss, which is quite reasonable, right? Because they won't have any draw. There's 23 cards still in the deck. And if they don't have exactly boss, I guess they can Screamtail win me as well, right? But they need a bravery. Oh no, they don't need charm either. Sorry, I'm just thinking about... I needed time there to think. So Night Stretcher, really, really bad for us, right? Can't deny that in any way. They could monkey off the Drifloon as well if they want to. Oh no, but they have to put the damage back on it anyway. I still feel like we're just in this horrific spot. I also need to try and keep my monkey pieces hidden, so I can't nest ball for it. We're not putting down the stop on purpose here, because I'm worried about Night Stretcher. We'll burn this. Okay. We can easily dodge boss. I don't think it's easy for us to dodge the Screamtail coming back, though. They need Screamtail, Bravery Charm, right? So it's probably just coming off of Arven. Night Stretcher, Bravery. Oh no, but they only have 4 energy in the bin, and they don't have Curlier now, so it's not guaranteed. We just really need them to Adrenabrain not off Drifloon, but onto something like off the Guardy. Something like this. Oh, they play Fish. Okay, Fish beats me, I think. Oh, they just had boss anyway, so it's BM. Okay, cool. I haven't seen Fish and Guardy for a while. Broken. Like, obviously that went pretty bad and we didn't get to use Monkey, but we were in a weird spot from the beginning, right? Because we prized our 1-1 line, which is our... just so happens to be our win condition in almost every game. But it's still a 1-1 line in the deck. There was a good, successful Japanese list that played a 1-2 line, and I'm actually kind of on board with that, to be honest. I have tried that. I'm glad we got to play one Guardy, but I didn't even get to try and utilize Monkey. It still feels weird, though, because they have to be drawing well enough to, like, float Monkey Dory damage onto not cleanly KOing stuff, which is still a strange situation. So maybe the Monkey is just better in theory than it is in reality. Should we run 2 Palk V-Star? We certainly could. What's on the docket today? We're playing lots of Ceruledge is the plan. What do I think about Buddle in the list? That's also one of the slots that I am debating over the Monkey that we're trying right now. Iono would have been good, but I don't play Iono in the list. That's also been cut for Monkey. Like the Monkey 2 slots doesn't sound like a lot, but it's all those sorts of cards that I'm thinking about. Boss Other Guardy. They still had 2 Psyche in the bin, right? It doesn't change much that I lose to. Should have bossed Other Guardy. Boss Other Guardy traps 3 energy on 1 guy, so I guess it means I don't lose to Screamtail as much. So yeah, you're probably right. That was probably good. Have I tested Mamoswine yet? No. Haven't tried anything post-draw. I'm playing at EUIC, right? So I'm putting as much time into this format as I can. Char Lizard, I presume. That doesn't make sense. We'll just do this. The box. That's pretty cracked, actually. The deck doesn't self-damage, no. It's literally just a matchup tech for Polt and Gardy. So I can see why it's a sus include, but it was in one of the highest placing lists in the Champions League, so I wanted to give it a college try. Just to be clear, it's not something that I'm like massively backing or behind, it's just something I'm experimenting with. Because I feel like the matchup to Gardy is quite poor, and I felt like when I looked at the lists from Osaka that this was a potential solution, but we just need to see how much of that potential becomes reality and how much of it is just dreamer. Is 3-2 Ceruledge consistent enough? Well, this exact list is trying to be very much a Palkia deck. Like, it's actually a Palkia deck, and then this is your late game win condition. So it's quite different in how it plays. Even though it's bizarre to say, because obviously it's a 1-1 line. It's a Palkia deck, but with late game inevitability is the idea. Like, you're making the most out of the fact that you're yeeting your cards to the bottom of the deck, right? That's the idea. We have 4 water. So yeah, I think the 3-2 line is fine. We play such thick Night Stretcher that in the matchups where we lean Ceruledge, we have plenty. But Ceruledge is absolute garbaggio for a huge number of turns, don't forget. Do I back myself to go extra energy on Frog here? Probably do. What's it weak to? How many Jets have I been through? I've been through 2. Maybe I stick one on Palk and just be like, fine, I'll boss the rest of the game. Oops. We'll do this, then we'll pad. This is very much like a Golden Go in that your early game is usually Palk, but I suppose Golden Go has the A spec, so that's more of a not so much the same 1-to-1 truth. Plus, the more you play a 4/4 Golden Go because its ability is cracked, right? Whereas this is just like a lumbering oaf until you have 15 energy in the bin and then it's broken. It's such a weird card. If it's more of a Palk list, 1-2 might be better. Yeah, honestly, the Osaka list that I was looking at was playing a 1-2, so I don't hate it. I might have to go back to it. Peddling the 1-1 Palkia deck. I've already battered a Lugia today, Tim. You'd be happy to know. Oh, the Thornton pop-off. Let's go. Wait, hold up. The man's insane. You think one jamming, one stop could improve Guardi? Maybe these monkey slots could be... I don't think I ever cut stops, but I think 2 stop, 1 jamming could be reasonable. But even then, I think vacuum's probably better, just because I want to spin my stop every single turn. And I never want to be put off from that, especially against like Guardi, where I need to do a lot of things. So I think jamming is really quite terrible. I've seen it in some lists, but I think it is so anti-synergistic with what this deck wants to do every turn, and how badly it needs to spin the stop to play the game. I think it has to be vacuum, if anything. Got against future hands yet? No. I've seen it's had a couple of random pop-ups, though. This guy is crazy. That's a lot of damage. Oh, big question in Twitch. Mr. Kuzak, wow, thank you so much for that comment. That's awesome. Very wholesome. I hope you've recovered. I remember having a football injury with my knee. It wasn't a broken leg, but I tore my meniscus and tore up my ACL, so it was like a long time on crutches, and it can be a pretty terrible time. So I hope you've come out the other end of that and happy and healthy. I still get pins and needles after about 30 minutes on a cross trainer, and my injury is many years ago, so I know that it can suck to have injuries. But appreciate the comment. That's very nice. And honestly, the viewership thing isn't the thing that's like it. Sure, I'd like a bigger number, good, right? But really, I felt just like a disconnect from what people want to see and what we produce. That's kind of how I see the lack of viewership, right? I see it as like we used to have a certain amount of viewers. Now they're no longer wanting to see our stuff. So what have we done wrong, or what could we be doing better to make people put their trust back enough to spend their time to watch us and think about what we have to say? You know, that's really what it's about. Love the podcast. Thank you. The podcast is fun. I get to say a lot of. I get to be more opinionated on the podcast. It's like when I'm streaming, right? You get a more direct line to my actual thoughts. On Omnipoke, I'll say something's interesting. On the podcast, I'll say something's bad. That's the difference. That's the core difference, I think. Remember watching us 8 years ago? Just the 8 years ago. It'd be like that. Have the timestamps would be amazing. I'm gonna bully Rab to do that just for you. I don't do any of the uploading process. I leave that to those guys. I pretend I'm too busy. They only have one video to do a week. I do loads, so I pay my dues. We thinking it's Drago? Or Bolt? I guess I go Budu. And just play safe. Me and Azul, that's awesome, that's awesome. It is weird, I do think Omnipoke does have this identity crisis in that Azul is a far, far better player and more active in terms of content these days. So why would you watch me from a competitive standpoint? And then there's other people who do more creative, fun, interesting content, whereas we stick to the boring best deck you've already seen twice. I don't know, we're coming up with answers. Me and Jacket are... I sound very doom and gloom, but I'm really not. I'm very excited about the opportunities that we're gonna, or just the different things we're gonna experiment with this year. I think it's gonna be awesome. Is it interesting or just bad? Pocket's taken away a massive portion of casual viewership. That's also true, probably. Tord, how's it going? Watch me because I'm not a hype beast. That is the niche that I fall into. Watch my 40-minute video today. Thank you. Naru, thanks for following. Mewku 2K, thanks for following. Anyone else I missed? Hello, hello. So we're already in pretty good shape, right? If I just bonk this ogre and secret box a cadet out, we're looking pretty good, huh? Already have 5. That's 200 and whatever, you know, loads. I need to stop just for an item so I can play the box. So good at this game. So unbelievably goated. Gimme it. Gimme it. We're probably both playing stops, right? I should just... We don't need much for the rest of the game, let's be honest. So just don't brick angle from here, right? Coaching in PowerPoint, now that is my true skill. Bonk. You miss the days of nitpicking in chat. Well, prepare to backseat me forever. Watching the Cosmic Eclipse review is the beginning of a disaster movie. Honestly, after reviews like that, I have no idea how I have any viewers still. To be honest. So freaking bad. When's the Omnipoke coaching project coming out? No more coaching. How do I see Hydreigon EX in this format? Why don't we ask the Hydreigon EX deck builder, Tord Reklev, who had a really good day one performance at a regional with it. Sometimes you get it wrong, sometimes you get it very wrong. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Joe got free coaching from Tord. Some of these comments are ridiculous. When are we getting you versus Randolph 2? I don't know. That sure was a video. That was a YouTube official marketed video. I went to a studio to do that video. Very strange. It's more bullying than coaching. Listen, we all got something out of it. You got entertainment, I got free coaching. It's the circle of life. Honestly, Tord, how many more students would you take on just for the abuse and no extra income? I feel like you'd take on like at least 5 more people. Are they all Ceruledge players? Listen, I'm practicing all the decks in the format. I'm doing my due diligence, okay? I've made my own opinions on this deck. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's not like every stream is going to be a Ceruledge stream. Calm yourself down, okay? We just have to make sure that on the day, I think that I don't walk into an archetype and be like, oh, that was actually way better than I ever thought it could be. You know? You gotta make sure that you cover all bases, alright? Tim is trolling me so freaking hard, and I know he's just in the next room. How many is that? 12? I can Irida for 13, 14. 14 is 310, right? Guys, what a broken deck. Literally anyone who says this deck isn't the most broken deck in format is lying. When is Joe's next cube video? Good question. Todd's actually currently in possession of one of my cubes. He's got it hostage. What do you think the best deck that uses Badoo? Gardevoir. Yo, Ben, thanks so much for the words. Didn't even realize I was analyzing your lost box either. Was it the list with the dark package? If so, that was a really cool 60. When's the next Spill podcast? We're recording tomorrow. Todd, honestly, don't even... You can joke about many things. You can call me trash as much as you like. You're within your rights. But if you say anything about my baby, my cube, that's when you're going to see the dark side of me. When's the next progression series? Right, that you might be waiting a bit longer for that. Ridgeway, thanks for the follow. Spanky, thanks for the follow. What kind of cube is it? It's a clone of Puka's Chaos Cube. The one that Todd's in possession of. Because I had to leave Birmingham early for like a 6 a.m. start the next day. So rather than doing degenerate hours, me and my housemate decided to go at a reasonable time. But I also didn't want to leave Todd hanging because cube is our lifeblood. That's the real playtesting, the cube. How do you not know this existed? Been following on YouTube forever? Well, don't worry. They're not very common. They're becoming more common. That's actually the way I need to frame it. I haven't been streaming for a long time, but we're back now. Just Palkia Dusknoir yet? No, I'll put more time into Palk Dusk. I'm very interested in it. Yeah, don't worry. We're going to be streaming a lot more. He's been back slacking. Seen him on Pokestop, aren't I afraid of Guardy? We're trying the Monkey Dory package to help with Guardy, but it may be wishful thinking. It may be too dreamer. It may be better as... I still think I wouldn't play jamming. I think I would still play Pokestop always in the deck, because this deck is so inconsistent and pile-like, you need to have stops. And it's like, it's just more good synergy, right? Just more discard, it opens up night stretches, it's just... It's way too good to not play. So you're always going to be playing stops. You'll never catch me playing anything but stop in the list. It's just whether you play a jamming and then against Gardy you aren't spinning stops, which sounds terrible, or you play like vacuum and lose a space. And I think I probably would do that. If the monkey doesn't work out, we'll do that. What was the strongest Champions League Dragapult list? Dragapult Dusk list. Need to have a look, actually. I can show you my Dragapult Dusk list, if that helps. And then we can reverse engineer what was the closest from the... Thanks for the follow, Jack Knight. Where's my Dragadusk? Oh yeah, there were definitely some lists that didn't play Forest Hill Stone, right, in the Champions League list. I still like Forest a lot. I heard Kevin Clementi on the Lake of Rage talk about he played this in an online tournament and played it with, instead of 2 Dusknoir, he played 2 Dusklops, and I'm kind of interested in that. If there's going to be a lot of Guardy and there's going to be a lot of Pult Mirror, double Dusklops does sound smart, because you can Curse Blast counter catch just much more reliably. That's kind of interesting to me. So maybe a 2-2-1 is the best Dusknoir line. Haven't really thought about that enough. Obviously the bottom line are all 1s and then 3s. I'm still figuring out the right Lance count. At the moment I think 1 just because of fish is decent, but can I test Dragapult with Goldengo? That's a plan for another stream for sure. I'm very interested in the deck, in that they cover each other's bases quite nicely. I need to test the Dragadengo, and I need to test Dragazard as well. Because Jesper's been banging the drum of Dragazard in a few Discords. Anyway, this is a Ceruledge stream, guys. God. I just want to talk about Ceruledge, please. You trust Jesper? That's your first mistake. Dragadengo sounds like an Australian animal. You want to see the Ceruledge list? After this game, I'll show the Ceruledge list as well. Yeah, sorry. I should have done that. I have been grinding on ladder, yeah. We're back, Benji. I told you. We are so back. Try Hard Joe is back. The Ceruledge of the seas. I couldn't even say it myself. Ooh, okay, Lugia. We need to... I'm terrified of Lugia with this deck, so... Last time we got away with it with a cheeky Budu into boss. Toward his Pikachu rank, what a fake fan. That guy's got burner accounts for days anyway, right? Okay, well, I see myself once again trying to go for a Budu play, probably. Tord washed, confirmed. Leaked. Who leaked that Tord's washed? Right, Soda, get out. You cannot bring that name back up. That name deserves to be dead and buried. You've dead named Tord there. That's insane. That's freaking insane. No shot. That's so funny. Do I want to see the 2 now, just so I'm thinning so many energy that I just may... Yeah, let's just bank this. Just don't draw bosses, please. Alright, we can live with that. That's like all of our supporters gone already, but don't sweat it. Not a problem. I can't see how that's going to be a problem. Squawk and sneeze. We get 7/8. When are we getting Omni merch? Not in the pipeline. Okay, never chops, never chops. Gigas is disgusting. Eric, you're on the Lugia huff. You're huffing the cope of Lug. I guess I just beat it again, right? Because we announced Itchy and now we win. The bulks. I'd never play Lug. Alright, fair. Ew. Ew. Don't associate me with those people. Lugia players. Tell you what though, Lugia does not appreciate a quick itchy and scratchy. That's twice now we've been able to scam it going second. Want my kids in the future to go to school with their favourite pokey YouTuber lunchboxes. That really is something. Top 3 in the meta, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty fair take, I think. I'm Legend, how's it going? T. Wolfen, thanks for the follow if I missed you as well. Oh no. IO. Whoops, I found another boss. Oops, I did it again. Should get some copyright-free music. I know I really should, but the last few times I've like tried to find a Spotify playlist or tried to do like a playlist of different descriptions that say they're copyright-free. You go to upload and then they're copyright striked, and I'm just like, oh, forget it. So I need to do some research into it to actually get a real copyright-free playlist. Or I need to sub to. I know you can pay a subscription just to then have a license fee for like a bunch of music. That's probably the safest way that I would actually look towards doing it. I should look at that process actually. Everyone wants Tord back. Can see why. Oh, did I really rip the final research? That is disgusting. I'm probably just going to Itchy Pollen this turn and try and just set up for boss game next turn. Sound like a plan to you guys? Please attack. Please. Jack, hello, hello. Oh no. Oh no. Did I lose? Guys. I'm out of jets. Oh no, it's doing actual damage. We're good. Phew. I can't retreat. So sad. DT attach next. I should probably bring something up then, right? Do I have more bosses? Can't remember. How am I supposed to remember these things? Alright, I have another boss in deck. And I'm holding box, so I can play a boss just so that he can't DTE the ogre. Right? Oh, saved. Tim, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You just gotta. You did make me panic for a little bit there. I panique. So many of these freaking stupid rewards. Right, I wanted to show the list, didn't I? Did I forget earlier? I did forget earlier, didn't I? But I'll take a quick moment to show the current list. But I'm very much starting to think more and more. I need to play... So really, I need to play more against Gardevoir to know for sure. But this Darkened Monkey, not really doing it for me. But now we can have the debate of what makes this deck list better. Sorry, let me show those bottom counts as well. If we gain these two spaces, I probably still want to have the critical mass of 19 energy. 19 feels like a really good number for you to prize plenty, not be quite at the bottom of the deck, but still have that reach into Dragapult and into Guardy and into Zard as well to an extent. So I really want to have 19 energy in the list. I think that's the comfortable count for me. So it probably just goes back to, like, Dark probably just becomes Jet, and then Monkey Dory Space becomes either Stretcher, Palkia, Irida, Bundle. Are those the best cards I could have? Is Box really the best? I think Box is better than Blender, yeah. Especially if you play it in that you really try and force the Palkia side of things in this list, like, quite a lot. And if you're forcing the Palkia side of things, your earlier game attack is going to be Subspace or Greninja anyway. Or obviously Itchy as well. And you don't really care about Ceruledge until you're down to like 10 cards in deck. And that's when you're like, okay, slap, slap, slap. Or, like, obviously if you're into the aggressive basic matchups, like, fine, Ceruledge is going to be carrying there as well. But Blender's really weird in that, especially, like, we only have one Irida, right? So you find the Blender at weird times, and, like, sure, it's good if it's in the top 15 cards of your deck. Even if it's in that middle portion, it's, like, kind of average. Sahil, thanks for the follow. Blender sucks. Oh, you like Prime? Yeah, Prime is very fair as well. Prime's like the other card to think about. Box is just an additional out to play the game, right? Prime won't help you play the game. But if Secret Box is my only supporter in my opening hand, it's acting as that extra copy. And we are very low on supporters, right? We are so freaking greedy on supporters. I know turn 1 you're going to Squawk as well a lot of the time. So your actual outs to draw are a lot, just via Squawk plus the rest, but I have really liked the Box. Plus just getting Pokestop early is crazy as well. Spinning the stop makes me feel alive and makes me feel happy. Is there any merit to Carmine? I feel like there probably is some merit to it, but I feel like normally your Bull Search anyway, like your turn 1 Bull Search, if it's Ultra or Nest, it's going to be Squawk before you go Fish Carmine. It gives you some allowance to prize the Squawk, I suppose. If you go first, and obviously we are opting first with the list. So I guess just from a prizing perspective, perhaps, just to give you at least the Ultra Ball outs to Fish. But Carmine is such a bad supporter, man. 5 cards is tragic, right? It's so bad. Maybe you could go 3 Research 1 Carmine if you really wanted those outs, just so that you can prize stuff. I don't know, though. It feels sussy. The Irida's weird as well. Like, I've liked having some baked-in guarantees with Irida every now and then, but it feels like it's often something that just gets thrown by the wayside anyway, just while I research Yeet. Seen an Iono in some of the lists as well. Yeah, Iono's interesting. It's weird, right? Because this deck can't do the whole counter catch or prime catch plus Iono. So everyone's going to fez into you anyway, and everyone just gets what they want regardless of Iono. Because we're not actually a defensive deck, like you can't do the cool tricks where you deal with an Engine Mon in addition to hand disruption. I feel like it's just super boot. I think it's really just like Dreamer to actually hope that it works. But I don't know. Equally, I think Guardy sitting on 12 card hands makes me very sad. And I have been struggling into Guardy. But I've also had Iono in the list and struggled into Guardy. Seen Iono and been like, well, I'm only getting 4 cards here and I need stuff. Because they're Ionoing me the whole time as well, right? This looks very supporter heavy. Is this heavy? I think this is like pretty standard for the supporter counts of this list, right? I feel like you don't like the Irida is often in Iono, so I think it's the normal supporter count, or like sometimes it's Carmine. Oh, another card that I said, Vacuum. If we're cutting Monkey and still fear Guardy, it could be Vacuum as well. I think Vacuum's better than jamming. I've said it a couple times already, but just to reiterate for anyone who's coming in, because we want to slam stop constantly, I never want to play Jamming Tower in the list. I want it to be an item. But yeah, I'm going to try and hit more Guardy on the ladder. Or just maybe find some other reason why Monkey Dory could be sometimes useful, because right now it's been an idea that I've got from the Osaka 60, one of the Osaka 60s, and it's probably more theory than good in practice. But it did really, really well in their tournament, so yeah. Halcyon, you like cutting the deer? Yeah, I think the deer gotta go. Monkey is cool, what more do you need? So true, Jake. Good to see you, man. So true. Piranha, I've got to climb the ladder to see more Guardies. Alright, alright, alright. Thought it was blasphemy. Another gig. I feel like people who want another gig end up putting a Thornton in their list, but I feel like that's just a trap. I feel like Thornton is just boot. Wellspring certainly is a good card. Ooh, okay, so this is a pulp matchup, so maybe we find random spots for Monkey in this situation as well. Spots for Monkey, spots for Monkey. Yeah, I also think Thornton is major dreamer in Lugia. There he is. Could he be the one? Well, it's a slow start, but we're in a slow matchup and I'm allowed to Will-O-Wisp him, so that's pretty good. Thornton is cracked, but not in Lugia, right? Surely, Tord. Surely not Lugia too. I mean, it can remove fishes, but... might be better with Gigas. Honestly, I don't think you need to Gigas twice into, like, a lot of things. Normally, from hands or from this, that, the other, you're going to find ways to do... Wait, they take 1 Dreepy 2 thingies? That's wild, bro. Ceruledge propaganda. Bro, we're farming the Lugias. They can have all the Gigas they want. They're never getting chops out against me. They're on their knees right now. They're begging. Begging. Metamanip, classic Omnipoke, textbook. Some things never change. The fish. The Arven Evo. No, the Arven Candy Crystal. Pop off. Disgusting. Ah, now you're going to bring the stats into this. What about the 2-0 stats that you've seen, Tord? What about the 2-0 that stared you right in the face? Come on now. Anyone can use stats to make their point, alright? What stats ever told you that the gut hasn't told you before? If you take a 2-prize lead, they promote Gigas, I lose. Big gig. It's all in the gig. EA Sports, it's in the gig. My board is atrocious. This would be a great big bundle moment right here. Big bundle energy. If I don't find Dark Energy, he can do some nasty stuff with my cadets as well. Giggity, giggity, gigas. Tim's on board with my narrative. Right. Okay, something's up. Now I've got to rethink things. When Tim's on board, we're in trouble. Research. Right. All of you who disrespected this Monkey Dory right now. Changes everything. Right, don't ask me what my plans are. I just sort of make it up as I go. Don't tell anyone, alright? Can I explain the Box Blender Prime debate? You've tried Box at the beginning, but it feels at least impactful between Blender and Prime. Blender felt like the best so far, making the deck usually Iono-proof by turn 2. So I do get the fact that seeing Blender thins the deck of a lot of brick. But also, even like late game Iono, seeing basic energy is not the worst, right? Because you're usually going to have Greninja developed. So they're not like the worst bricks you could possibly see. Obviously, you have so many of them that that's not the case. And it does speed up Ceruledge damage, definitely. But the reason I like Box is obviously it's flexibility, right? It can be an early game out to let you play the game, which is the biggest factor, I think, by far. In that it's getting you ball search plus stop plus the research that you're after. So it's absolutely cracked in that regard. It's not as good as Prime, obviously, but it's at least an extra gusting out for you to gust stuff. Prime is still obviously good as well, though. Don't get me wrong. Box is the one that I've tested the most with. We really need to hit research here pretty badly. How's the Ceruledge deck going? It's going okay. Chat's hating on it for some reason. Chat hates Ceruledge. They hate it. I'm just out here trying to yeet, and everyone's having a go at me. Research. Right, that's getting us to 5, 10, 200, and 40. So I can attach, right? I can have 9 for 210. Yes, okay. So I can float energy, I can stretch it back Ceruledge. Yeah. It's like a backwards golden go. It is like a backwards golden go. I definitely see the sentiment there. It's only fish in here, right? Yeah, we keep fish around. You're saying Ceruledge should play Togekiss? Hold up. Let him. Did someone say let him? Not gonna lie, this Monkey Dory is letting me be quite dastardly here. Just saying. Monkey is cracked. Any believers? Any Monkey Dory believers? I mean, they can still do some pretty dastardly stuff this turn as well, but still, ignore those bits. Just know that next turn we're Briar winning the game. Forget it. It's over. It's chalked. They could, but can they? They can go to 1 here, yep. Gropius, thanks for the follow. That would scupper our Briar plan. They can also win, yeah. Win is on the table. Oh, Forest is going to make it easier. They have to Crispin plus CC. Do they go Forest for Crispin, play Crispin, then Pokestop? Please. How often do you find winning games with Briar? I mean, not a ridiculous amount, but sometimes they have to. He's going to push the damage off this guy, right? And stay out of Fez range. Oh, no, he should not be giving me Fez here, right? Probably a mistake. Fish is the only mon I don't have in the bin, but we've just been Iono'd. We know it's in the deck, so Pokestopping for Night Stretcher is pretty likely, actually. With Fez as well. Jet Headbutt certainly wasn't the way for them to win, right? They probably gave us that game, but yeah. They may not have won the game, but you have live... No, you got Jet. It's true. It's certainly true. The Jet Headbutt wasn't even bad if they just spooned off the active, right, and not giving me the KO. Giving me the KO was really, really bad. Yeah. Good Guardians and good Pulse will, oops. Wait, did I just... See, that's how I did it the other day. I randomly changed my catchphrase by mistake. I don't want you to stay hydrated. We're the feature match. Okay, fine. We're definitely the feature match, surely. Broken Ceruledge. Why is everyone having a go at me? Listen, I am on a quest to learn the ins and outs of all the decks. I have no stake in Ceruledge. Why is everyone having a go at me for playing Ceruledge? I'm not dying on the hill playing Ceruledge, right? You already know I'm not playing at this for EUIC, right? You know that. You're all aware of that, right? But we're learning. This is a learning stream. We're learning so much together. Can't we just enjoy the quest for knowledge together? I want Raging Bolt next. Remember when Todd said he's got less toxic as he's got older? I'm starting to think, you know. I'm starting to... Weird. Really weird. Don't be fooled when he says he wants to play Miraidon. Low-key, I do like Miraidon this format. Miraidon, no cap. Miraidon is the GOAT. You know, I've got research in hand. I think I just go double Ceruledge, double Cadet here. Cadet. Seems like a play. Josh was playing Donny last night. Yeah, Don's, I mean, the main boast of Miraidon is that it's at least consistent, if nothing else, right? We'll always have consistency. Ceruledge is just red Bolt. Nah, Bolt can't do this board state. Drago, what year is it? He didn't even retreat. No respect. I guess actually the way to respect this is by actually retreating, right? And saying, or by, I should say by not retreating is actually the way to respect this deck. Chance. Ultra Ball. No. It's over. But wait. We have Mountain Badoo. With Mountain Badoo, anything's possible. The Badoo bailout. Still going to be rough for us because I really don't want to research away double boss after Pad's already down. But sometimes you don't have to. Genius. It's at this moment where my housemate Tim would be going, guys, do you hate me for higher rolling? Guys, don't hate. Just donate. We're only at 8, though, right? So I can't bonk. I can't do that, but we get to save the bosses. We're at 19. But yeah, saving chaps is good. Play around INO because I feel like that's the only way I lose from this point. A Guardian list that used Blender as its ace. Oh, I don't know about that, Chief. Friday night IRL testing? What am I doing Friday? I think I'm free, Luke. Should I come to you? I can come to you Friday. Broken itchy pollen, bro. Broken. Raging Bolt couldn't whiff itch return and still win. How do you guys go about IRL testing? Well, I've known Luke for 10 years, so it helps. I know where he lives. Otherwise, try and find a local league around you. If I reach 2k before EUIC, you think I'll make top 8? I've never tried to really climb the Arceus ladder. Rumor has it, if you enter 2k, it does help though. Although conflicting reports, there were some snubble tears and some. I will find you. You've broken 1600 once. Bosma DM'd you and you started testing. A city back? Are they BAQUE? What kind of games are we playing? So normally I'll have like 5 or 6 decks built. And normally it's going to be like a roulette into one deck if someone's interested in testing one deck. Or it will be specific matchups, right? That's the most important thing about IRL compared to ladder. Like, I still really don't know the effectiveness of Monkey Dory into Guardy, because I'm just on ladder, right, and I could face all sorts. So the opportunity to face a certain deck comes up much less. But that's the whole point of IRL. You're specifically on a fact-finding mission in that regard. And that one deck might just be Gouging Fire. Could be, could be. No, no spoilers. I've just seen my prizes, don't know what I'm doing. How likely are you to try to take a loss to Tina for EUIC? What sort of deck do I have to be playing to be taking a loss to Tina? Monkey great into Guardy best with jamming towers. You see, I really don't want to have to sacrifice Pokestops because I feel like this deck walks a tightrope, and that tightrope involves I've lost my train of thought. Involves spinning stop all the time. Alright, have your pathetic turn. Rusty, that's hilarious. Also, hello YouTube crowd. I've not really been following. If you want me to read your comments, there's Twitch as well. But hello YouTube crowd. Sorry, I've not been reading your comments so much. I'm too distracted. Just happened to have the Irida in hand, I guess. Don't hate the player. Pokes up away water. I dare you. I freaking dare you. Oh. Sometimes, you know, sometimes. I always like banking the extra energy on Palk. But honestly, they're always freaking... I have double jet in hand as well, so I can just do this, right? It's just criminal. It's just criminal. What a deck. The saddest courtyard smokes in Birmingham without you, Luke. That's so funny. The smoking area is not the same without Luke groaning after each round. Word on the street. The best thing they can do here is Dusk Noir KO this, right? That's their best play. Well, that ain't happening. They've got the CC. They think they're safe. They think they're safe. Oh, you thought. But wait, we had a master plan all along. I'll show him the jet to know it was part of the master plan all along. Yeah. Sorry. My deck has perfect flow, I'm afraid. Is this the best deck to use Moonlight Shuriken? I don't know, maybe. Do I think Zard gets hit by... Yeah. You know, I'm probably the wrong person to ask, because I think Zard is... I think Zard's been overrated for the last, like, 3 months. But, yeah, I think it's even a hard... Like, you have to do such weird gymnastics with the list now, like sacrificing your ace spec, or maybe play TM Evo, and all this other stuff. I think if you want to play Zard, I would just play a Dragazard, maybe. I think Pidgeot Zard is probably just not it. When am I going to stop pretending this isn't the EUIC 60? Listen. All I'm doing is playing the deck, alright? We're all allowed to practice, okay? We're all allowed to just know our... We won't tell. I'll never tell. You know me, I'm always super transparent. I think Gardevoir is the best deck I've tested so far. I think Miraidon is the sneaky, cool, good play deck that I have a tendency to play. And for EUIC, I want to play something more brain dead than Guardy, because there are better people in the world than me at Guardy, for sure. But I think in terms of, like, bringing a Miraidon, or, okay, or a Ceruledge. I do own Ceruledges. It's possible. You know, one of those sorts of brain dead decks. If I can play a brain dead deck to like a high enough capacity, I feel like I could have a good result. So those are my top priorities. You play Monkey Guardy in IRL. See, at Cups and Challenges, I would play Guardy non-stop because it's the most fun, coolest deck for sure. But ICs just stress me out. It's too much to think about, and you're literally against the best in the world. And I just know that over that many rounds, I'll make a mistake. I'm too old for this stuff now, guys. My brain doesn't work like it used to, and it didn't even work that well before. So I just have to... lean into the easy-to-play stuff. I did day 2 last year, but it was with a brain-dead deck, if you recall. If you recall, Your Honor, what deck did he play? Arctina, yeah, brain-dead. So I've stuck to the script. Am I getting rid of this jet? I think I want to... I don't really want to get rid of much from the hand, so I'm going to get rid of the jet before the vessel here. Okay, that works out pretty good. Coming over from Yu-Gi-Oh, this game is a lot simpler and cheaper. Yep, it sure is. It sure is. I mean, I'm using Itchy Pollen. I may as well Pokestop, right? They don't become outs for him. Broken. Liger Storm Shadow, thanks for the follow. The Dr. Baron, thanks for the follow. I'm 24 and crying because Lucas split up with Gouging Fire. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It's too perfect. It's too good. This too shall pass. Tragic. Oh, it's just over, isn't it? It's just over. Research Stretcher 7, 8, 9, 18, 21. He's at 21. I may as well just do this quickly. Okay, it's completely Jova now. Bum 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 bum. This game was brought to you by Badu. Bum 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 bum. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. What time is it? 9:30. We've been streaming for a good 2 hours, 20 minutes. The 21 candle is wearing out. You're joking. Ruh-roh. Not the fish. This is a very bad going first hand, I'll tell you that much. Squawk and try again, I suppose. I guess. I said I guess. Clough. I haven't seen much Clough on the ladder, actually. Clough can bonk me, so I am forced into Squawker, Billy, Bobbity. Greninja save me? It's a cadet, but I can't retreat into it, so we just have to let him scissor me timbers. Why do I say these things out loud? There's no way he's got it. There's just no way. Oh, he's got it. If we're feeling adventurous. Honestly, Aqua Return sounds kind of cracked. But I don't think we're going to have the chance. He had Terrapagos Area 0 pre-trolley. That's so crazy. Wait. Claw Retreat Itchy Pollen. Please. Oh, it's never happening, is it? He still has... I'm losing to an Atticus. Someone get me out of here. The Atticus is to send a message. Is Tomb busted in an item lock format? Budu Tomb? I don't know what can really use Tomb effectively. I mean, it's always a good card, but like... I think Guardy has to focus its board space on Monkey Dories a little more now, and Guardy was previously one of the better Tomb decks, right? Pulled that in your live pack today. I finally hit high ELO. There's just no freaking way. I'm so cooked. What's going on? Does he need the mochi? He doesn't need mochi anyway. What's he doing? He's just doing it because he can. Because he's alpha like that. I'm washed. What is happening? Why? we're so back. Bro, he picked the cards out of his deck and he still didn't KO me. What is going on? He literally picked his deck. What? I am confusion. I am confusion. Huh. Paid actors. Paid Atticus Actorticuses. I can't do it. It's hard to fit actor into Atticus. Paid Attictors. Forget it. Secretly on another computer. Show me your hands. Did play around the motivate angle, that's true. Right. This is still giga ultra losable, right? We have nothing going on in the hand still. He's going to come away with this game thinking he played so well as well. That's the crazy part in all this. I got to go Cadet. I can always Will-O-Wisp him. We are losing so much stuff. But one prize is good for us, right? Because I can always come back with Briar. So I just swing energy and research and say, see you on the other side, Sharkadet. Didn't happen. Sad. But wait. A chance. It's fine, because Palk is still hitting a metric ton anyway. We'll just wisp. Will-O-Wisp. Losing on Aura, so true. It is a true Aura burn. I am confusion. These are confusing times. Alright, well at least I have Fez activation. How am I liking Ceruledge? It's been okay tonight, to be honest with you. We are getting a little bit blessed by our opponents. That much is true. I definitely should have lost more games than I have today, but we don't ask too many questions. Try not to ask too many questions about it. We go Palk and Prey. Sure. Right, chat, why you do this to me? Thought we were friends, eh? We're all in this. Whatever happened to we're all in this together? Oh, I could have done a sick Monkey Dory Greninja play on this, but... Shruggo well, I suppose. Lashing out. Hurt people, as they say. Palkia plays. Business. We're in business. Wait, do I have a cadet in my prizes? Please. I do, right? Yes. Cooking, cooking, cooking. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it now? I have to play around Iono as well, right? This, then boss, probably. Broken deck. I need to thin more. I need to thin everything. Everything must go. Secret Box is a great card to have in my bottom three, right? So I can get Ioned into it. Okay. Now just take 2 prize cards on Palkia. With a turtle. And we're back. He's playing into the trap. When's my Ceruledge masterclass? Crazy. It's right now. You're living it. You're experiencing it right here. This is the paid actors class. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. Truly. Thanks for the follow. Kloss Fabric. No, not Charcadet. Okay. That is an Iron Valiant. I think they need it to math fix into Archaludon. I think that's why it's there. $13 is $290, so we just click Briar. This list does not play Countercatcher Luke. It's just impossible for me to have it all in hand at once, right? That's the thing. Otherwise, I'd kind of be into it, but... Yeah, I mean, like, when I'm sat on hands like this, sure. And when my bottom 3 card still has the secret box in it, it sounds genius, but... Yeah, he definitely should have gone Clorf there. That's so true. Don't ask me, bro. Listen, I keep telling you, I'm not doing any good removing these accusations that these are paid actors, but why not 2 dark, 6 water? I mean, it could easily be, right? My logic is going to be that because water is important in so many more games that I want higher volume of those. What are my favourite decks in this format? Gardevoir's been the most powerful deck I've played so far. I think Gardevoir's the Bediff. I also really like playing Ceruledge and Miraidon. Those are the fun picks. I've really not enjoyed my time testing Dragapult Dusknoir. I was disappointed in its performance so far. Need to give it more time. I can't be too biased. I know I've said it a few times today, but it's only from a few hours, so I need to give it a more earnest try. People are bad, Luke, that's true, but I mean, this is where I'm just, like, disillusioned with playing PTG Live. Like, I can win streak with jank because people aren't playing correctly, and it can make anything look good. Priced 5. That is something. That is an amount to be prized for sure. It's annoying that I have to show them the dark energy from this Squawk, but we do have to do that, unfortunately. Hisuian for Greninja as well is going to be important here. The start of Flutter's super annoying as well. Do I ever commit energy active just so I can 2 attach get there? Probably, right? Okay. That is the reason why he got baited into Miraidon for half a year last year. Crazy. One of the few tournaments I've played this season's been Miraidon. I enjoyed it. Miraidon's a fun deck. You finish rounds quickly, win or lose. You get to think really hard about one turn. And And when I say really hard, I mean play the glowing cards. Tandem unit with full bench for a quick lunch. That's the classic. So sad, actually. Looking back, I could have had a cash result, but it's completely my fault. $17, and you hit only Guardi. The facts are here. We've met our maker. You finally met your match. Anyone else a little bit terrified of the board state right now? Anyone else? Okay, that's at least a little cadet to see us through this plight. Already at 10 in the bin. That is a lot in the bin. Show me Radiant Froggage. Nope. I don't see the issue. Their Gardevoir deck doesn't even have a Gardevoir in play. What were they thinking? Don't even know why I'm asking for Greninja. They've already got Manaphy down. Forget it, this one's chalked. Oh, he's spinning. Roger's hat trick for Villa? Wow. Wish he could do that in the Prem for my FPL. For Rab is fuming. Greninja to not get bricked would be good. Yeah. I mean, this is what people expect to see when they pick up Ceruledge for the first time, right? We've been pretty fortunate pretty often with the deck, I think. Despite being themed deck levels. But remember, a 19 energy fire theme deck did win the World Championships in the Seniors Division. Oh, I'm just built different. There's no explanation. Oops. What do they play? Artisans? Yeah, I'll let that stick. Kind of surprised you don't see me going Luminion Carmine. I don't play Carmine, that's why. No Carmine to be seen here. Simple answer. We're already at 9 in deck. We have truly yeeted everything. Have to have the debate now of, like, am I ever gonna chase this Manaphy and create a headache for them? If yes, I'm gonna Star Portal this turn, because I won't have a chance again. But I just lose out on so much damage. Like, I'm threatening Charcadeck. I'm threatening Ceruledge KO on Guardies from here on out. But I suppose I should Star Portal and hunt Manaphy at some point. They're going to force one prizes on me at some point, right? Stellar Wish, how's it going? You don't like that portal? You think you want me to chase Guardy into Guardy? Maybe I should just chase Guardy into Guardy there. The Palkia's going down anyway, so I can still get to 15 next turn, right? 13, 14 with Retreat, 15 with Greninja use. Why didn't I evolve? You know. Will-O-Wisp does enough damage into balloons and stuff when they damage themselves a bunch. You think the Manaphy chase is just wrong here? That's fair. Thing is, I can get back to the right damage anyway, right? I can fix the board, most likely. I am afraid of Budu enough to just deal with this Budu. Garfield into play? What the hell is Garfield? Lasagna for game. Well, it's our first Guardy victory, but it felt like we had the right slice. If he buddies you here and puts... Manaphy was already in play, Luke, right? Manaphy was already down. The one thing I should have maybe thought of was proactively using the stretcher before Buddy to get that darkness energy back. Is that the argument to play too dark? Like, other than prizing, just so that like you randomly keep on floating to manually attach in case you get Buddy locked? You choose first, Tim. You choose first. If you're not first, you're last. You want me to boss KO Manaphy that turn? I don't know, I feel like my prize disparity at that point was already going to be at 3 prizes up. I think if I was willing to spend boss there, it would have been on a Curlier. Just to make him have it. Saved. Oh, I just realised how greedy it was to get rid of both research when the Squawk could have been prized. I did it because of Palpad, obviously, but did have a quick heart palpitation. Yeah. We'll just get it all gone. That moment when you get rid of both and then you actually prize the freaking Squawk. You go, I think in a tournament I always only discard one research there. But I was just like, it's live. It's a funny stream moment otherwise. Play towards the funny stream moments. No Palk. Living on the Ceruledge. I love chat. Chat is the best. I've missed you guys. Why did I ever stop streaming, honestly? What an idiot. Can we all just collectively say I was an idiot for that? You the freaking goats. There, I said it. Might want to refresh a stream, Luke, if you're suffering from a delay. Alright, it's textbook Gardevoir. This is the real test. This is the real quiz right here. Would I ever play Cologne? I'd consider it. I would consider it. I feel like, again, it's the classic, I only play one Irida and the one secret box to try and actually cherry pick cards. So it's probably not happening when I want it anyway. Oh, you know what I would have done? Oh, damn it! Damn it! That is so annoying. Let me show you the world. What am I talking about? Ooh, I can box a Curlier to the bin. That's cool. I probably want to Pokestop here, right? Let me show you the world. Nice. Very nice, actually. Or am I spending the nest on the box? I guess Night Stretcher also has to go here. I haven't played any stretches yet, have I? No. Again, I think I just keep that in deck. Now, I really want Night Stretcher for next turn. But if I don't end up going Palk V-Star next turn, or if it gets taken out... I suppose if it gets taken out, I can always Night Stretcher Fez. So it's just boss Night Stretcher here, right? Yeah, I think you always play the... You play the Will-O-Whispers these days, just because of Buddy. There's no argument to play any other ones now, I don't think. It's so funny, because there's been various good Ceruledge and Armor Rouge. I've got, like, every single version. I've got, like, 6 of every freaking Charcadet in my bulk. You think I was meant to Night Stretcher pre-Buddy there? The Palk? Maybe. Maybe I was meant to. Because losing another one sucks now, right? Having a Mimikyu out? Yeah, I get that. That sounds smart. Are they in danger? Nope, they're out of danger. Pre-stretching was probably just correct there, right? I think I've mugged myself off. I knew I wanted the stretcher, but I told myself that I wanted it to be open in case they targeted the Palk in terms of like a Screamtail play, but... I'm such a sack. It's actually disgusting. What a minger I am. Honestly, it's tragic. It's freaking embarrassing. Alright. Do I want this in the discard pile or on Ceruledge? My entire turn was from the prize card I took and the top deck. Plan ahead, guys. Plan ahead. Always be planning ahead, is what I say. It's so embarrassing. What? So freaking tragic. Yeah, we wish we could have stretched. We wish we could have. We had the itch. We are truly embarrassing, aren't we? We're embarrassing. There's no other way to put it. I'm embarrassed. You're embarrassed on my behalf. We're all on the same page. Is Ceruledge just that guy? Yeah, this is a bad matchup, Snoopy. Really bad matchup. They've just not had the right rub of the green. We've giga high rolled. I mean, to be fair, they didn't get Manaphy developed on that opening turn, so if I was able to develop Palk, like Palk was prized on my turn 1, right? So if you develop Palk, you threaten the early... they wouldn't have been able to go for the big TM Evo Poffin play. They'd have probably had to make another play to get the extra Manaphy down. So maybe we could have just swept the rub from under them earlier on in this game anyway. Yeah, they have been suffering some setup issues, no doubt. The Jets are so broken in this deck. I want to play 4 even with the Darkness Energy, honestly. Maybe I should just reduce the fire and water count a bit more. Jet has been so crazy tonight. We don't have many energies left in the deck. I may as well cycle now. Honestly, I think I keep using deck to be flexible. If I draw a fire the other side of this hand plus Stretcher, I can just pay retreat into Palk and not have to worry about the coin flip, right? Yeah, we just chill like this. We drew the Jet and the Stretcher. Luminion back into deck. Thoughts? Luminion back into deck puts energy back into the deck. I mean, it always has to be Palk, right? I think I keep Jet Energy around just because of trapping shenanigans, so probably just attach, retreat, V-Star, swing. At the moment, I'm on 3 Jets. Oops. It's all trying to incorporate this little Monkey Dory shenanigan package. Interesting. I don't think Jet's the better play there, Luke, because they can trap stuff, right? I don't want to spend my last Jet. I want to keep it around. I mean, okay, so It's not true that any energy's boss game from there, right? It's because they trap stuff, and because I have these water energies scattered everywhere else, it's not boss game because my energy being trapped here. And if I can jet to the Palk and still get there. I don't have the reach, right? Because I've Palked, I don't have the reach to get boss game. I know they can't. I know I can't attach a Ceruledge, but Ceruledge isn't reaching anyway. I could always jet the Palk back in, retreat 2, go to 14. Maybe. Wouldn't use Palk on previous turn if I used Jet. I would have just swung with Ceruledge. Right. I mean, let's be honest, we're not losing this game in any world, but I hear your complaints and concerns. I go to 11 in the deck. No, I can't. I can't monkey win. Right, he can just promote Guardy into me. Good to think about though. Only me to 1 Gust Fish. Yeah, Gust Fish is pretty awkward. My deck right now is what? Research, Jet. Oh no, 1 Research, Jet, plus what else? 1 Fire. You're right, it's not guaranteed. Jet the previous turn. Wait, so if I had Fire... I had a confused Fire guy. Oh, you wanted me to just retreat back into the Ceruledge from the Jet and just hold the V-Star. Yeah. It's happening. We've lost. They've already got rid of both CC though, right? They were already down double CC before this turn. Well, We did mildly throw. Yeah, I should have thought about the thingy a little more. I was getting careless because I was 2 ahead. But yeah, you're right, Jet was much better. Jet retreat, and then I hold V-Star power, right? I just go back into this guy, poke again. Then just keep the... Then my... Yeah, then my boss outs were better as well. Right, well, when we start making mistakes, you know we don't have longer to stream. It's been 3 hours and 10 so far. I'll do one more game, I think, and then we'll call it a day. I feel like we're getting super good RNG into the Guardies, though. I keep pricing the Palkia pieces, which is really annoying, because I feel like that's the most important thing. So that's offsetting the frogging somewhat. Somewhat. You guys aren't all at this ELO? I'm misplaying in front of you when I'm at this ELO. Like, hello? Can't you guys misplay like me and be on my ELO? Duh. It's just that easy. I am playing EUIC, yeah. Did not get asked to cast. Sad. $30 or 2,000. There is no in between. Check the tweets. A cadet. Don't mind if I do. Arceus Armor Rouge? Are you playing Ceruledge at EUIC? Undecided. Where is it? Do I have it built? There it is. You can't see that through the deck box. There it is. Built. Oh, wait, it's got a bundle in here! Oh my god. What? It's the 2 Palk as well. See, I've been trying all sorts, guys. Still the box. Deck review right now. Oh yeah, this was the no Monkey Dory list. With the beautiful 4 jets, because it bails me out when I misplay. Arc Armor Rouge. Okay. Cadet on cadet crime. Turn 1 box. Disgusting. I've had a few questions about Prime. I know Prime is like clearly good. The only argument I can come up with for why I'm playing box is that it's an extra turn 1 supporter out, and I play so few draw supporters, right? And like obviously mid game it can still piece stuff together. So I'm just doing it from a I hope I don't brick standpoint, because I'm playing a 19 energy deck. Please let me have an extra out that lets me play the game. That's my only logic. But I'm open to the idea of Prime because it's Prime, and Prime is Prime. Don't forget to use your Amazon Prime sub. Have I said Prime enough to make you think about using your Prime sub yet? He's priming his audience. Oh dear. I think I just go full bench, right? I want the option to Badu this for sure. And just say... Squall. Ooh. Iridivessel. Get rolling. I think I like Iridivessel here. Iridadjust for Vessel. It does sound quite sad, but it's pretty good. Such a good blender turn. Sad. Underrated deck gameplay. That's one way to put it. I've been taking flack all night for playing this. I did just play a Skylar, but I want to hold the hand, right? Research isn't helping me. When I'm losing a Palk and a second Night Stretcher, like, that's not the one. We hold, and then we eat next turn. Listen, the deck's not terrible. Guys, it's top 16 to 5,000 player tournament. It's not a meme deck. Trust me. Trust me, guys. Guys? Are you even listening? Guys. Guys, please. You gotta listen. Do I swing water onto Greninja here so that I can Star Portal just one water to Greninja? I still want to threaten his cadets, right? Threaten the cadets, threaten the cadets. No Ceruledge in here, right? No, you gotta go. I get rid of Basin, right? Because he could, like, do Basin E-Switch. Oh, no, they don't play E-Switch because they have Armor Rouge. So I don't have to fear this Basin. And because he bricked, I don't... Oh, no, he only bricked because of Itchy, so he can already have Bull Search in hand. I'll give myself stop. Seems good. The last time I trusted you, Reshu Rom was a 5-star card. Listen. Listen. I can explain. Everyone rated it high, guys. It wasn't just me, guys. Guys. Not in my name. I only have 4 energy in my discard pile. Am I doing it right? ADP was the worst one. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Frog series. Ryan, you know the best time to ask. While everyone's throwing pelters at me. ADP will see no play. That's not what I said. I never said it was too clunky either. I said it was a different format to the Japanese format, which was completely accurate because I'm not going to get into it. You're just trolling me anyway. There's no point in me actually trying to describe to you guys the inner workings of my genius. Justify it right now! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is 25. I just have too many energy on my freaking board. Was going Badu here just the mistake? Probably. Seven, 10. I'm never getting there. Did I completely throw this? I was meant to retreat Palkia, I suppose. And by me boxing the water, I can't even do like the... At least I'm dealing with Charcadet and keeping Briar open play. I've done this in like the worst possible way possible. Possible way. We will just go to 0 cards instead and say, hey, we have 0 cards, deal with it. How many boss is too many boss? Nah, never too many boss. That's my secret. I mean, there's basically no difference in damage, right? We should just swing like this. Definitely should have been a better turn there. I think if I don't... I should just not box water there, and I should just go Cadet Arc KO. We are flagging, for sure. Our last couple of games have been pretty atrocious with my decisions. Yo, the gig! He got some storage out here. Mockingbird, thanks for the follow. Yes. Oh Lord, he coming. Crazy, actually. Complete throw. The only deck that could take us down. No, I mean, this is completely my fault, right? If I just take the Cadet and hit the Arc here, I just never lose, but I'm such a muggins. I got lost in the source of not seeing a good play. He still has V-Star open. That's actually freaking disgusting. That's so good. He's played it like it's Gigas. Not Gigas. Drago. That's just cooked, right? I mean, putting down Ceruledge wasn't the only throw by any stretch. The throw was just me not attacking last turn for anything meaningful. We had a way to KO if I just promote correctly and like just checked my discard pile, as simple as that. And I had a way to do it in so many ways. Yeah, I mean, we are just really finding a way to lose to certainly a deck that exists in the game. Wow. One jet, one switch played already. Oh, I can't do a trapping play because he can just fire alarm off. I was like, I can KO these, but then I also have to trap something. Yeah, I just can't win from here, right? My mistake. My mistake. Yeah, I guess that's it. I shouldn't have played the one more. I knew I was flagging in the last game. It's completely my fault there. They might have prized 2 boss, that's true, but I'm also shame conceding because I played so badly. Oh dear. Well, we had some good reps. I made plenty. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the last 2 games are the only games I've made mistakes today. I've made mistakes constantly. But yeah, that's just a shame concede. My mistake. I got into autopilot of like, oh, Buddy's free retreat. But if you just check the discard pile, I could have made a play that made sense and just never lost. But anyway, yeah, Ceruledge better than I thought, you know. It really feels like a good play. I've weaved in Irida enough times to like it, I think. I think it gets even more value if I actually play the bundle as well. So maybe that's an extra consideration, like bundle. We only used Monkey. When did we ever... We used Monkey that one time against Dragapult. I don't think I used it ever since. But again, it's slightly biased by the games we had in that the Guardies did not go to the usual way of things. But I could very much see myself cutting Monkey, even though there's people very much telling me it's the right thing. We played like 3 or 4 Guardies. The games felt won and lost before I could get to the point to use Monkey, is my worry. And I think if we're getting to high ELO Guardies, they're going to do their Monkey math. Like, they don't actually need to do Monkey Dory to set up our guys ever, right? They can do it because they can. But if they know that Monkey Dory is actually in Ceruledge, they can just not Monkey. Or just Monkey to take KOs, you know? Just help them reach. Monkey was definitely good against Pult, though. Like, I'll give it that. It was good against the Pult, but... Don't need to set up pre if you played down Billy. Straight 2-2 race with Billy Bob. The thing is, this deck doesn't function without Squawk, right? You basically have to Squawk. They're going to opt second, you would imagine, right? So they're going to force you to Squawk, like every game. Oh, really, Luke? That's hilarious. Entertainment. Let's go. But yeah, I think if I'm making any changes, it is just Monkey and Dark out. Maybe we could cut a Water Aura Fire anyway to go to 4 Jet, because Jet felt so insane. I feel like we should be just on high Jet no matter what. Like, 3's the low, and 4 feels comfy, you know? And then there's maybe an A-Spec chat. If you cut Secret Box, you cut Irida as well, I think. I know it's just like, you can always fish for the Irida too, but just having the extra out to make it more flexible seems good. I'm still on Team Box, though. It's just an extra out to play the game, and that's... I can't question that, you know? The deck doesn't have that many outs to play the game. And then, yeah, if we don't play Monkey Dark... Like, what do you guys think? If you cut Monkey Dark and just go to Vacuum, you can 2/2/2 Guardy quite well. You know? And it feels like I need them to be giving me stuff to do. I'm not a huge fan of Super Rod, honestly. I think I would just... If you wanted that, I would just play Force Stretcher. Stretcher's just the best card by far. Like, this deck only works because of Night Stretcher, right? It's so insane. So if I wasn't playing Monkey Dark, I would add 4th Jet, and then that space is like... I've said it a few times in chat, but it's like Vacuum, Iono, Bundle, Night Stretcher, second Palkia V-Star as like my top considerations, probably. Those are probably my top considerations. Baby Armor Rouge reversals next. Incoming. I don't know. I don't know about that one. The 3-2 Ceruledge feels really good, though. This is like... You definitely don't need a 4-3. I'm glad that this is definitely like the right count. Yeah, I agree, Luke. Again, I was basically playing Devil's Advocate with it today because of the Osaka Ceruledge. So this one didn't play... Oh yeah, this one did play Monkey Dory, right? So this was the Osaka list. Sorry, I'll put it back in the box. The Osaka list, I've cut 2 supporters, which is quite greedy, right? But I'm playing the Briar to have extra win con, just like flat-out prize race win con. Plus one of the supporters became Pokestop, which I think is better anyway. They had some different... energy gymnastics. Actually, they're at 18, not 19. I'd love to play 18 and feel comfortable with it. So maybe that's a free space for me as well for those 5 cards that I just mentioned. But they also played Bundle. Oh, they didn't play Fez. Playing no Fez is wild, though. Fez is crazy, right? You have to play Fez. I know that very smart people play around it, but... There's plenty of people who are forced to hit into you as well. And then this is the other list. So both lists that did well did both play Monkey. And this one is double jamming 1 stop. I don't know. Stop's bailed us out of too many games for me. And like straight away, I have to just like question the list because it's playing 3 Nestball. And Nestball is like probably it's more critical than any of these Carmines by far. Like Nestball is a +1 Carmine, right? Like what? Come on. Carmine stinks. Carmine's so bad. Both the Ceruledges that did well also both played Iono, and that's something we didn't play. But maybe that's my cynicism around hand disruption in this Fez world. Chari Plexi, thanks so much for the follow. I am just wrapping up for the night, but thanks for the follow, and you can catch it on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading it, so you can see 3 hours of Ceruledge gameplay. Yeah, maybe I'm underset. Like, we only faced 1 Pult, and it... Was it 1 Pult? We probably faced more than 1 Pult tonight, but in one of those games, we got Monkey early, and it completely changed the game. It just meant that we weren't getting 4 prize swung into on one of the situations. Actually, we still could have been, right? Can't remember. But, yeah, Goldengo Pult was in that 5,000 player tournament. Did you not see this, guys? Goldengo Pult. Come on. This was a 5,000 player tournament and Goldengo Pult was top 16. Why aren't we funding this? This is for another stream. This is for another stream for sure. I need to play it a bit off stream to figure out what the heck is going on, but... yeah. This has got to be cap. No cap. Yeah, I mean, the first time I tested Ceruledge, it was monkeyless, and I was like, I was losing to too many of the stage 2s, and I was like, monkey just has to be the right choice, right, because of the Osaka lists, but... Why is it better than Pult Zard? You raise a great point. A fine question. Yeah. Good question. It's funny, looking at a lot of the City League data for Dengo Pult as well, like, you can also have lists that are very Dengo and little Pult, and then very Pult and little, and like a little package of Dengo, so it's a really weird situation. Anyway, what do we give Ceruledge? Do we give it just like the solid 7 out of 10 in that it sets up most games? It has like insta-win con of Greninja, the classic, and does it pretty consistently. Like, we only played a 1-1-1 package, but you yeet so much that you actually kind of get there pretty quickly. We did get to Briar like once or twice as well today. Have I tried Crispin? No. I know Crispin did well in Birmingham. Did we have that list, actually? I mean, it didn't do exceptional, but it was at high tables at one point. Here you go. I'll be honest, I saw this Crispin and I thought it was absolute cap. This list isn't playing Monkey, obviously it's a different format, but it's so that it could Raging Amethyst, and I'm just like, that is cap. But also it does let you surprise Greninja in situations, or like Greninja twice in situations. This was on stream and I was backstage and I pulled the list up on my phone and I was just like, yeah. But yeah. It is pretty good early game. But also, like, if you've watched any of the games that we played tonight, I'm never trying to early Ceruledge. It's just not how you play the list. Badger, thanks for the follow. Like, the early game of this deck is just all into Greninja and Palk. Or Budu now, right? You have those two modes. You're like, I'm either trying to eat prizes with these two, or I'm just like Bing chilling while I research next turn. So, Raging Amethyst has never been two words that I've said with this deck. But of course, I didn't play the Birmingham list, so what do I know? I find it mad that there are so many lists playing just one Pokestop in this deck as well. Pokestop is just insane. I'm going to miss Pokestop. I think Pokestop's the card I'm going to miss most from rotation, honestly. It could be Hisuian as well, because I hate prize cards. But I think Pokestop is probably the card I'm going to miss the most. It's so sad. What's better, box or blender? We've had the debate quite a lot, but I think my argument is box just to play the game. Stop is gross, get it out of the format. Yeah, but think about when you're commentating and you're like, there's still Pokestop, and then they have to spin it, and then the camera zooms in, and then you get to react. Oh, that's content right there. And then you get to see them go to game 3 because they stopped the wrong stuff. Oh, it's... Inject it. Inject it. Anyway, that's my soapbox on Ceruledge. Any final thoughts, or should we get out of here? Let's rage someone, shall we? Hello. Why has it not sent me any Pokemon people? What am I doing? I don't even know how to do this anymore. Who is playing the Pokemon trading card game live right now? Anyone that I know? Not really anyone that I know. Let's just give it... we'll just go here. Why not? Right, have a good evening, guys. Thanks for stopping by. And, yeah. See you next time. Cheers for the follows, everyone. Cheers for all the support. And yeah, we're going to raid.